Hey guys, welcome back to the official video webcast of GeekRest.com with Aaron.
Hi, I'm Aaron from a comic show.
And this is a weekly video recap of comic book news on the internet. Mostly what you guys are talking about. We'll comment on that type of thing.
Yeah,
the splashes. What makes the splashes, you know. Alright, well, our last video, we spoke about Rob Liefeld, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Leaving DC and the things he said on Twitter, which weren't that volatile or hostile.
At the time, it's like, oh, I'm leaving, and, you know, there's some artistic differences. I'm like, what, that you're not really an artist?
Ooh.
But, so,
really?
You know, we let that lie, because, I mean, he has some of his fans, and, you know, I was a fan when I was a kid and everything.
I was a fan. I was praising the guy in the video. I was like, he's kind of a nice guy. He's still nice. Dude, he blew up on Twitter, like, later that day against Scott Snyder, Tom Brevoort.
I'm not one to be like, things have to be professional, or a creative person has to be professional. Hey. Not at all. But there's some just decorum that's just like, you know, whatever. There's no Robert's Rules of Order here. I mean, if Scott Snyder posted to Rob Liefeld, he said, hey, in private direct messages, hey, is there a problem here? Did I upset you in some way? Is this aimed at me? Is there any way I can help you? And then dude posts that publicly.
Yeah.
He's calling him a pretentious prick to make him look bad, trying to make Snyder look bad. Snyder did not look bad. Rob Liefeld is
Snyder's in the clean.
He's immature. He's ridiculous. He's ridiculous. Just, you know, name calling and saying, "Oh, you're pretentious because you called yourself the head Batman writer." He is the head Batman writer. It's like the sky is blue. Oh, you're pretentious. The sky's blue. He's the head Batman writer. Yeah. Whatever, you know. Yeah. Snyder said the best thing Liefeld wrote all year was those tweets.
Was his Twitter feed, which was hilarious. And you know, and Tom, the editor, he's telling him, he's like, "You got passed over twice." He did
get passed over twice,
and that's a sore spot, I'm sure.
Yeah,
for the
it just
guy.
went for the jugular, not the gut.
No, well, I called him a fat loser and a doucher, so you know. But that was insane.
My thing is with the New 52, I don't understand why they don't get that lightning doesn't strike twice. In theory, there's no Wally West anymore. Lightning didn't strike twice in the same place, and now there's two flashes, all right? Lightning struck once with Rob Liefeld. He was in the right place at the right time with a failing book of New Mutants, and he came up with, like, these cool things where he just drew, like, Terminator on steroids and Spider-Man as a merc, and launched it out for the X-Men platform. It was the biggest thing ever. And got a Levi's commercial. He was in the right place at the right time.
501.
He got into the image as a founder. He's in the right place at the right time. Yeah. Lightning struck once in his career. Yeah. And since then, was he done? Squabbles with everyone, problems with everyone, a bunch of books that never have second issues, that never finish, recycling his own artwork. I mean, you look at any other of the Image founders and you see, you know, and I'd let him just have his fun. He loves comics and he likes, you know, that's great.
Yeah, he just shouldn't talk as much as he does in that.
To talk smack about Snyder, you know, those are fighting words. And I own a comic shop. I'm not ordering any of his books ever again unless someone prepays for them. Because if someone even just orders it, like I like to special order a Rob Liefeld book. I was like, yeah, are you a big of a dick as he is? I need your money first because I think you're going to stick me with that book. A book that I cannot hand sell because that's like selling a car with no engine. No. You know, like I'm not going to do that. So he can just, you know, he's dead to me.
Well, he's dead to DC. He's got to be.
Well, he's dead to Marvel.
He's got to be. He's burned bridges. That was it. That was the big thing that came out of the weekend with his Twitter feed. Dude, that's...
But see, the thing is, if he still had great work, or ever had great work, in my opinion, I would still be champion like I am with Alan Moore. Alan Moore can say his stuff, and I was like, you know, it really isn't cool that he's talking vaguely bad about the current crop of writers, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. But, you know, he comes out with, you know, Neonomicon or Necronomicon. The Neonomicon, he comes out with Fashion Beast. I'm going to sell that because I enjoy his stuff so much that I can look past the person and enjoy his stuff. Yeah. With Rob Liefeld, I cannot look past the person and enjoy his stuff. I don't enjoy the person, and I don't enjoy the work. So, what else is there?
Yeah. This came up. Is he bipolar?
I don't know.
That's the only way I could explain most of the stuff I read. I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
DC's making friends, though. I don't know what that meant. But they're releasing a new book. New creative teams, we were pissed off about Aquaman last week and everything like that. Jeff Johns is moving around. Justice League of America.
Yes.
With Jeff Johns and David Finch on art.
I really think they should have just called that New Justice. Just be like, New Justice. It's like New Avengers. Come on.
Weird team.
Yeah.
Kinda. The new Green Lantern, the Boz guy.
It's an extremely odd team. A team no one would have put together. But Jeff Johns has had this gift throughout his entire run as a writer at DC to take characters that people don't care about, and through just the skill of his writing, make people care about him. Putting him in situations, making the villains amped up, making you care about those characters.
They're well thought out. Like,
so I have no doubt that he's going to make us care about Vibe as much as he made some of Aquaman detractors care about Aquaman.
Yeah.
Or else why would he do it? You know? So
I don't know. Catwoman. Everyone's all up in arms about Catwoman. There's someone on the team I don't recognize either.
Who?
He's a crouching guy all the way in the lower left.
Vibe.
Oh, it's Vibe.
That's funny. The guy you don't recognize is the bummer guy.
Him.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, like, why are they bringing Vibe back? I'm like, come on, man. I can sell some Vibe. I mean, there's so many Puerto Ricans in this town.
It's true.
Right.
There's your demographic right there.
Yes.
That's so weird.
But it seems like it's a plot-driven thing. And with so many teams in the new DC 52, you need to have a clear purpose for that team. So it seems like it's going to be plot-driven, JLA versus JL. And I like the idea of Steve Trevor. He's only in it because Wonder Woman scorned him so bad.
Yeah.
Wonder Woman treated him so poorly. And I also want to see where Booster Gold shakes up on all this. Booster, we saw him with Argus on. Argus is Trevor. Is he going to be on that team? Is he going to be the traitor that infiltrates the Justice League?
Yeah.
Which is what I'm thinking.
That could be cool.
Because Booster's new role, if you don't know this, is to cock-block Superman. That is his only purpose in life now, is to cock-block Superman. He is there to split them up.
Really?
Yes.
That's
cool.
That's cool. No, that's funny. I can see him working that dynamic. I mean,
it's like, hey, Soups, how's the herpes? You know, it's like, that's good.
Wonder herps.
So
that's cool. But dude, you can tell like DC just wants a new like team book too, because I mean, Justice League Dark is picking up with Jeff Lemire, and I mean their team books are Justice League.
Right. And
right now.
And there was a problem with the house of Justice League. Like, there's the Dark, the Edge, Justice League, Young Justice. Don't even get me started on Young Justice. Like, you find the oldest washed-up 90 guys to write teenagers. I mean, I mean that has pedophile written all over it.
Yeah,
but
not carrying themselves well.
Anyway, the Justice League house had a bunch of characters that had books that weren't actually in the Justice League.
Yeah.
Like Captain Atom and Hawkman, and it's like, come on, let's, you know. So now this other league, you know, that's Justice League, it's going to be the Justice League. Yeah. You're on one team or the other if you have a solo book, and let's rock and roll.
Yeah.
So,
that's
you know.
Cool. Dude, David Finch, I love.
Don't think that I'm a big fan of the New 52 across the board. I think half the books have misfired.
No, but as far as team books go.
But even though that character lineup looks really freaking weird and are stupid, I have faith that Jeff Johns has a great plan.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Like I said, I like Finch's drawing too. I'm liking it more and more. So it's a good team, I think. And DC also slipped out another Before Watchmen book, which is surprised everyone.
Yeah.
Kinda. Moloch.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Weird.
It's a week by week thing with Before Watchmen. Everyone. It's unfolding. I'm not a fan. I'll just throw it out there. Don't hit me. But
not a fan of what?
Before Watchmen.
I really liked
missing more than it's hitting.
Was phenomenal.
Rorschach was amazing.
Comedian's not bad. I dig Comedian. I dig Rorschach. I like Darwin Cook. So
I like
I'm liking. Yeah. I mean the art in there is sick, and So you know, I mean, I don't know. Rorschach was everything I wanted Rorschach to be.
It looked great.
So.
Rorschach looked great. There are books out there. Don't. I'm just poo-pooing them because you know, poo-poo morning. I was happy about this. Joss Whedon announcing that S.H.I.E.L.D. television series, that's going to be his first Marvel TV project.
That's awesome.
2 weeks ago, there was all these contracts were signed again. He has his hand in everything, TV shows, all the Phase 2 movies, and the first TV S.H.I.E.L.D.
As a fan of Whedon,
that's cool.
As a fan of Whedon,
cool.
You know, I'm happy that he can just finally tell Fox to go F themselves for canceling
all
his series, and Disney, ABC, Marvel can just be like, "You're our golden boy," and just rub his head and make whatever TV shows you want.
Make it.
You know,
and
he has such pull. Like, I was saying before, like, is Samuel Jackson going to be on it? And probably from time to time.
He chose face.
What about some of the other guys? Like Hawkeye and Black Widow, and you're thinking, it's Whedon at the helm, and Whedon has pull. So maybe.
Yeah.
Can you imagine, like, the season finale leads into some plot point in the Avengers movie or something? I mean, come on. This
Drop
could
new
be
characters,
good.
Background characters in between. They got so much to work with.
And
That's
again,
awesome.
It just shows light years ahead of DC when it comes to live action.
Really?
Like, seriously, when it comes to live action, light years ahead.
Marvel, everyone's already looking forward to seeing Rocket Raccoon on the big screen. They can't get, like, Wonder Woman or The Flash.
They will, but it's
Rocket
just like,
Raccoon is going to be on the big screen before these people.
Right.
You know, it's like...
But just even that, it's just this separate stuff. Are they going to launch Justice League and try to use Justice League to launch the individual ones, and do they have any TV that's going to launch?
That's the big thing in the...
And where their TV link up with their movies, you know? It's just like...
Well, they better. They got so many stations.
Will the movies link up with each other? We're like, ah.
Yeah.
I mean, Marvel's like, dude, this is the template for phenomenal live action.
Yeah. If DC does anything now, like if they're doing new Batman movies or something, you know they're going to start rebooting it in a Justice League movie. That's what everyone was talking about. They're like, if we do Batman again, we're going to start him in Justice League. Just do it right, please.
Yeah.
Marvelous.
There's ways to execute it right and wrong, and it's time for a Justice League, really. I mean,
Obviously. Marvel is re-releasing the Avengers in theaters just to rub it in DC's face.
Labor Day.
Yeah, they threw out a little teaser. They're going to re-release it in theaters for Labor Day weekend. If you haven't seen the Avengers in theaters, who the hell hasn't seen?
I even drug my wife to see it.
You had a drug her?
Drag her?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, I didn't drug my wife.
Oh, I thought you dragged her. I didn't know.
My wife's a teacher. She can't do drugs like me.
No, not like that.
No.
Not like you. No one can do it like you. But $1.5 billion, it's already made. It's going back into the theaters. Crazy. They're milking it for all it's worth.
And you know, you can see this. You can see they're just milking it for all it's worth. But it's so good that it kind of like transcends that. Like I saw some comments on our Facebooks like, oh, they're just trying to get all the money they possibly can. But I am going because I want to see it again on the big screen.
Right. Who doesn't want to see that? And like I said, milking a little money. Star Wars movies, not a big announcement, but I just want to, they're doing those in the theater again. Episodes, whatever the last two.
4, 5, 6.
There you go. Phantom, whatever. I don't even know.
Wait, I want to see the original trilogy in 3D in the theater.
Oh, wait for that.
Yes, that's what I really want. But I was at Star Wars Celebration weekend.
Star Wars Celebration?
Because it's free. I mean, you're press. Why didn't you get a press pass?
I was too busy planning New York City Comic Con.
I haven't planned that yet. But Star Wars Celebration was a blast. I got myself frozen in carbonite. I don't have the figure yet, but I did that. Lots of the back to tank with me, and just it was a lot of fun. It was cool to see the actors and just smooze around with all kinds of cool stuff and cool props and getting pictures. I mean, Star Wars Celebration is, if you're a Star Wars fan, it's worth going to. So it really is. I mean, especially if it's in your hometown. And you do press so you can get a free ticket.
That's nice. And they were here last year. I don't think they're coming back to Orlando for a while. Don't they mix it up?
The rumor was Orlando every other year.
Every other year?
Yes.
It was big. Mark Hamill? You mean Mark Hamill? Did you go boozing with Mark Hamill?
No. Marlene Barbie, a friend of the store, she did his makeup and character.
I know. I saw the photos. She had good.
She's good at makeup.
It made me a little jealous. But if you go to New York City Comic Con, you can meet the Emperor. He's going to be there. They just announced that.
You can meet.
I'm trying to get him. You can meet me too. I'll be there. New York City Comic Con.
Yes.
I'll have a booth online.
What?
That's it, pretty much. A little rundown, weekly recap. Comic book news.
That was a pretty good week for comic book news.
It's not bad stuff to talk about.
I mean, not much for Marvel to talk about, but
No, it's just a little
Marvel now is percolating. Once it starts hitting, and they have a whole bunch more stuff to announce that they haven't. Obviously, if they said there's going to be 15 new number ones, they haven't announced all those.
All the Avengers stuff is closing up. Avengers vs. X-Men.
Hickman's Avengers hasn't been announced yet.
You got to go to New York City Comic Con to get on the next wave of news.
You're right. So
that's it. Facebook, Twitter, follow us on that. Tune in next week. See ya.
Bye-bye.